Another quick reminder that if you guys like the content that we provide here, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming content as we get set for the summer stretch of the 2025 NHRA season. And without further ado, let's get into the video. We're now 3 races into the 2025 NHRA Drag Racing Series season, and for the 3rd race in a row, we were treated to an incredible day of eliminations as we get set for the Winternationals. 3 races down, and for the 3rd race in a row, we have not seen a repeat winner in the funny car division. We have seen the repeat winner in the Pro Stock division as the ongoing war between Dallas Glenn and Greg Anderson continues to pick up a notch, as after an incredible day of eliminations in Pro Stock, we saw Greg Anderson break an 11-year-old track ET record at Pomona dating back to 2014, set by Eric Anders before the electronic fuel injection was brought in. An incredible performance by Greg Anderson as he continues to pick up a notch, as he says his car is in a really good spot this early into the season. Another thing to point out as well, and this was pointed out by Kevin after the race, this is the first time that we've actually had a normal national event where nothing crazy happened. This one dates all the way back to St. Louis. That's also the last time that either Greg Anderson was not in the final round. Now, if you go back to St. Louis, that was the last time we had a normal event. In Dallas, we had a power outage. In Vegas, we had a late oil down and a tire explosion from the Coletta semifinal round. In Pomona, we had the plane crash. In Gainesville, we had the Trip Tatum crash, the rain delay, and the hour-long power outage. And then in Arizona, we had Ron Capps' terrifying accident. So this is the first time that we've had a sense of normalcy. But if you look through the elimination recap that we're going to show you later, it was anything but normal. It was topsy-turvy all day long, and it was any indication for what we're going to see throughout the 2025 season. Somehow, some way, NHRA continues to pick up a notch in the competition department. It has been incredible for the first 3 races of the season, and it's going to be incredible for the rest of the 2025 season as well. And without further ado, let's take a look at your Winternationals recap. In round 1 of Pro Stock, the Elite Motorsports struggles continued this weekend at Pomona as only Jeg Coughlin Jr. advanced to the 2nd round. 2 if you want to count Brandon Foster, who is using Elite engines despite owning the car himself. Mason McGahey had mechanical issues during his race, went to do the burnout twice and failed, and when he went to stage the car, it failed to launch at all off the starting line. Cody Coughlin also had issues as his car leaked on the starting line, forcing him to shut off, giving Derek Kramer a bye-run. In round 2, staging issues from qualifying reared its head again as both Brandon Foster and Matt Latino would jump through the beams when staging the cars, disqualifying them from the race. And the last Elite Motorsport entry of Jeg Coughlin Jr. which failed to advance to the semis, securing another win for KB Titan. In the semifinal round, a surprising feel-good story of the weekend would be for Derek Kramer's impressive performance. After qualifying top half, he would run all the way to the semifinals. His story would end there as he would shake the tires, allowing Dallas to advance to another final round. And once again, he would meet none other than Greg Anderson as he would be Corey Reed for the 4th time in a row, resetting the track ET record dating back to 2014. And in their 4th final round appearance dating back to the NHRA finals of last year, Dallas Glenn would take on his KB Titan teammate. He would beat him off the line, but would be no match for the pace of Greg Anderson as he would power his way around Dallas to claim his 108th national event win in his 185th final round appearance, resetting the track record once again. And in Funny Car, chaos would erupt in the first round of eliminations as after Bob Tasca's disappointing DNQ, he would be thrown a bone as Austin Prock, Ron Capps, and JR Todd would all have shocking first round exits at the Winternationals, while Blake Alexander, who barely snuck into the show, would advance to the 2nd round for the 2nd race in a row, and Spencer Hyde scored his first round win of his Funny Car career. In round 2, the excitement would continue as to start off, we had to await the arrival of Cruz Pedregon, who was still strapping into the car while the crew was still finishing the repairs. Jim had told the NHRA officials he would not start Spencer's car regardless of what they told him. He would later state, it wasn't so much of a sportsman thing as much as it was, if someone started without me, I would knock them out. The wait would pay off, as despite their best efforts, it was lights out for Cruz Pedregon as Spencer Hyde advanced to his first semifinal in his first race day of his funny car career. Daniel Wilkerson would also have a career day for himself, as after defeating J.R. Todd in round 1, he took out the defending national event winner of Paul Lee to face off against Spencer Hyde in the semis. The same story cannot be said for the Chad Green Motorsports duo, as both Blake Alexander and Chad Green would each fall to the class of juggernauts of Matt Hagan and Fast Jack Beckman. In the semifinals, Daniel Wilkerson's story would continue as he took out Spencer Hyde, advancing him to a second career final round appearance. Meanwhile, Jack Beckman, who had been untouchable all day long, would make his way back to the finals as he defeated Matt Hagan, who suffered an explosion on the top end. And in the finals, Jack Beckman would beat Daniel Wilkerson off the line, who spun the tires early in the run, allowing the John Force Peak Funny Car to go 3 wins in a row at Pomona and capture John Force Racing their 300th Funny Car Class national event win. And in Top Fuel, the surprising early season struggles for Justin Ashley would continue on race day as he would lose his second first round race in a row to a feel-good story out of Josh Hart, who continues to make massive strides in performance. Tony Stewart also continues his progress as he defeated reigning Top Fuel champion Antron Brown. And Jasmine Salinas would continue her round 1 win streak after scoring an emotional victory against Steve Torrance, who double-stepped the tree, causing him to disqualify himself. In round 2, Tony Stewart would keep the ball rolling as he would defeat Doug Coletta to advance to the semis, and Jasmine Salinas wouldn't fare so well, as after having a stellar run of a 3.707, she would lose it on the tree as Clay Millican would leave on her by 26 thousandths of a second to win it on a hole shot. In the semifinals, Tony Stewart's stellar weekend would continue as it seems as though Pomona is turning into one of his best performing tracks, as making his second semi-appearance at the track. This time, he would take out the other Coletta driver of Sean Langdon to advance to his first final round since the Sonoma Nationals, where he would face Clay Millican, who would beat Brittany off the line and outrun her to the finish after being the car to beat all weekend long. And in the final round, in his 26th career final round, Clay Millican would beat Tony off the starting line while Tony tried to pedal the car. Clay would blow it up near the finish and win his 8th career Wally in his second majors win of his career. And as always, we do have highlights of the fastest motorsport on the planet, courtesy of NHRA on Fox.
Greg Anderson, it is the first time since 1980 2 drivers have met in 4 straight Pro Stock Eliminator finals. Will the result from the final stand, or will Dallas Glenn avenge his loss there at the finish line stripe? It is Greg Anderson again. 6:47.6 beats a 6:50 with a 3. The lights were 27 and 17. What else do you say about the quality of competition out of this team?
Greg Anderson has been in 3 final rounds this year, and this is the first time you actually got the car out of first gear, and when you did, watch out. New track record for you, 6:47 with the 6, and you are holding the Wally as the Winternationals winner. Congratulations, Greg.
Thank you, Bruno. Yeah, I think we made up for last week, and I apologize for last week. That wasn't much of a final, but that one was. That was pretty cool right there, and we both did the best we could possibly do. It was just a great drag race. So thank the Lord. KB Titan has just absolutely come out of the gates smoking this year, and I hope it can last. I know obviously we're not making friends out here, but that's the name of the game. That's what you come out to try to do. So far so good. We're looking good so far. Hendrick Car's looking good. Summit's looking good. Raystar Wheels looking good. VP Oil. Thank you guys all so much. And Pomona. I love this place, Bruno.
Enjoy the celebration.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah!
We knew how good the car was. Statistically, you heard Freiberger early in the show. It's been better than Austin Brock's car. And in this moment, he needs it to be better than Dan Wilkerson's. Dan Wilkerson smokes the tires. Beckman's on and off the throttle. And for the 300th time, John Force Racing will celebrate a Nitro Funny Car victory. 4:01.5 and 3:02. It was more of an oil painting than it was a masterpiece, but he'll take it.
John Force, your 300th win in Funny Car. John Force Racing. John, did you ever imagine this was ever possible?
Well, I wished I would have won it, but I wasn't driving. But Beck and Proc and Brittany, they all do a great job. And Robert and myself picked Beckman because we saw what he could do, and we put him in the seat, and boy, he's right in the heat of battle. So I love him, and congratulations, Fast Jack.
So I'm preparing for my Jack Beckman interview right now. Jack's obviously excited for many reasons that he won today, but you know what? You're going to get the Wally. You had a great card today. Unfortunately, that's all you're getting today, Jack. You're just not my type. I love you, man. I just didn't want to have to crush you in this moment.
Apparently, a guy's got to win a championship for this. So it's about the team, the peak guys. I thought maybe we could run 380s every run this week, and it didn't happen. The track got way better, shook the tires. It hurt. I'm glad I had loaded up on ibuprofen because of my neck and back, because I'm going to have a headache in a little bit. But I was able to get back on it and save one for the team. The sponsors for Peak, all the Cornwall team was over helping us. That's what kind of organization JFR is. For Hedrick Cars, obviously the Camaro. I mean, our Chevy SS was flying. Power's here. This is about John Force. This is Funny Car Win 300 for Team John Force Racing. 9 of us got 143. The boss man got 157. This is number 300. This is a big deal. That is a milestone in drag racing.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, and I guess we'll rain check that deal.
Can Clay Millican stave off what seems to be an inevitable piece of NHRA drag racing history, or does Tony Stewart capture victory number 1? Flames are up, Stewart smokes the tires. Millican blows up an engine in a chaotic final round. Clay Millican, with flames trailing behind his dragster, picks up a Winternationals victory. 427 at 189. Wild.
Well, Clay Millican's driving was on point all day long. You received your best for that final 038 on the tree. I mean, I know you are a racer. You're a diehard bracket racer, and that means a lot to you. Obviously, the car didn't perform the way you wanted to, but you're holding that wall, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Congratulations, Clay.
Well, I got to tell y'all right quick, thank you, Rick Ware. Parks Plus been with me 14 years. Mighty Firebreakers on this weekend. But I got to tell this quick story. Jimmo told me, he said, I got it loaded up. A couple things are going to happen here. We're going to win. We're going to blow up. And if we lose, we're a footnote in history. Thank goodness we ain't that footnote in history, but Tony Stewart is going to win one of these things very soon. All I know is we won! We won the Winternationals.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that is going to wrap up the video. Once again, if you guys like the content, be sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any of the upcoming content. And be sure to follow us on all the social media pages down below at MightyMac03 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And until 2 weeks' time for the Las Vegas 4-Wide Nationals or any other crazy news that has been happening between here and then, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of it. And until next time, this is Mighty Mac. We'll see you in the next video.